Seventh graders, the last few lessons we've been looking at area. So today we're looking at lessons 21 and 22, which deal with surface area. So what surface area is the area of a 3D shape. So you're looking at the area of each surface. And a lot of times you break them down into what is called a net, and that's what this is here. So that you can find, in theory, you could find each individual shape itself and then add them together. If we were in the building in person, we would be making nets and working on them, but unfortunately we cannot do that. So we're still going to find surface area though. So the way that you can do that, so we have basically just a lot of rectangles here. So we could find what this one is and this one, which will be the same. So find what one of them is and multiply by 2. You could find each of these individually, or you could add up all their length here and multiply them times the one width. So 4 is going to be this measure right here. Okay. And so we take 4 times 3, like I said, 2 times for each of these. And then we're going to take 5 times the length of each of these. So 4, we have 3, 4, and 4. Okay. So for the top, we get 12 times 2 is 24 centimeters squared. We add all those up, we get 75 centimeters squared after doing the multiplication. Then you add those together. So you'd add each of these individual shapes. So 24 plus 75 is going to be 99 centimeters squared. Okay, let's look at another one. So here's another rectangular prism. That's what this is. We'd also be looking at different prisms if we were in person, because we do have a lot of those shapes. So the first one that we looked at, along with this one, these are both rectangular prisms. Okay. So again, we'll find the two, they call them wings right here. So it's going to be 3 times 2 times 2. And then we add all these up. 3 plus 2 plus 3 plus 2. Okay. So 6 times 2 is 12. 6 times 10, which is what all these add up to, is 60. So 12 plus 60 is 72 centimeters squared. So the surface area of this rectangular prism is 72 centimeters squared. Okay. Next, this is called a trapezoidal prism. All right. And these would all be considered regular rectangular prism, a regular trapezoidal prism. So we first find what the two trapezoids are. If you remember the formula for trapezoids, it's base 1 plus base 2 times the height. So we have 6, we have 12 times 4, which is the height. So 6 plus 12 times 4, and then we do it times 2 because there are 2 of them. Okay. Then we have the side rectangles that are the same over here and here. So 5 times 10 times 2, because there's 2 of them. And then the top and bottom rectangles. Okay, so this is still 10, but this one here is 6. Actually, that's not right. 1 second. Okay, sorry about that. The bottom triangle would be, or the rectangle would be 12 times 10, because this base here is 12 times 10. And then we have 6 times 10. So if we find all those, we find our trapezoid. 6 plus 12 is 18 times 4 times 2. It's going to be 72. 10 times 5 times 2 is 100. 6 times 10 is 60. 12 times 10 is 120. And then we'd add all those together again to find our total surface area. And we get 352 centimeters squared. Okay. Now we're going to look at a rectangular prism. And this is a right rectangular prism because it's a right angle triangle. Okay, so triangles, we find the area by half base times height, or base times height divided by 2. So 4 times 3, we're going to do it times 1/2 then. So there's 2 triangles, right? The sides, we have 5 times 11, 4 times 11, and then 3 times 11. And we'd add all those together just for the sides, okay? So We don't have a label, so it's just 12 units squared. Add all these together, we get 132 units squared. And then we add those two together for our two triangles and our three rectangles. We end up with 144 units squared for the total surface area of this triangular prism. Okay? That's it for the lesson. So complete the model questions for lessons 21 to 22. I will put at least one of each of those on there. I won't put anything on that you haven't seen before. And read the questions carefully because I might only ask you what the triangles are or what the trapezoids are, just to see if you do remember how to get just those two, okay? As always, please let me know if you have any questions or need more help. I'm willing to meet with you on Zoom or talk on the phone if we need to, if you're confused. Other than that, have a wonderful day.